We're here on Meet the Culture, back with another special guest today. We got everybody doing. We got a studio full of folks having a good time. We got Spencer, we got Steven, we got Dale here, Lacey, JB, the whole crew. And today we got a very, very special guest. This guy I stumbled upon, I think it was like sometime last year. I was just looking at his work and I was just like, a lot of people out here doing the photography thing, but like some people really, really set it aside and they really set the bar. And today we got Kirk.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Welcome to the show, Cam. I appreciate you doing this because I know you're a very busy man. Like, when I be looking at you like Instagram or anything, I'm like, damn, bro, he getting them sky miles, ain't he? I said, bro, he'll tell us. I mean, like I know, I was like, he'll be here. I remember one day, like, you posted something, I was like, oh shit, this nigga over New York. Then I know, like, a little bit later, you posted something at the rodeo show. I was like, damn, this dude be everywhere.
You gotta move around, man. You gotta spread the brand.
Before we start, I want to give you props in your turnaround time. Like, when you go to an event, it's not like one of those things you gotta wait forever to get the product. Like, I see you go somewhere, you have this shit up like ASAP.
Man, that's what I actually started my career on, honestly. Like, before artists would actually give me a chance to shoot them directly, I would have to get my content going to their show.
Yeah.
And I have a degree in marketing, so that's kind of what has allowed me to do my thing in the industry. And prior to being a photographer, I used to actually manage an artist. So I used to work with bloggers and trying to get stuff onto the blogs, submitting my artist work. So I already had a database of bloggers and writers, and so I've always been good with making that connection with stuff I do. So when I transitioned to photography, I was able to get my work directly to the people that I knew wanted it. So now that once I had a product that they wanted, which in terms of celebrity content versus the indie artists I was working with, and when I could give them, oh, here's Dom Kennedy in Atlanta last night, or here's Schoolboy Q in Atlanta last night, they ate it up. And it allowed me to get my brand out there, my name out there, literally from shows. Like, I had a lot of people thinking I was working with these artists, but really I just went to their show, sat front row, brought my camera and got the footage first. You know what I mean? Put it out first before anyone could beat me to it. And that's what kind of helped me, like, catapult the career in this, because then so many artists was recognizing my name because it was attached to so many different artists. So they're thinking like, damn, you gotta shoot shit everybody. And at that time, really, I wasn't. I was just like the guy that just happened to be at their show like anybody else. I took advantage of it, but because my relationship with the bloggers, they would shout me out. They would actually give me credit versus just post myself. Say, oh, shout out to Cam for the dope footage. Stuff like that started happening.
It's hard for a photographer to really get your shit to the point where people know you did it. Because like me, I run a blog and stuff. Sometimes like I'll just be chilling after I post something. You get that email like, yo bro, couldn't get nobody credit, bro. Like, it's so hard to track every blogger, every person takes photos and stuff and like give them credit, but like you set yourself aside, like that's Cam.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's worked to my advantage, just my past and everything. So me dealing with bloggers on different levels has allowed me to establish relationships in those offices, so they know, all right, if it's Cam, of course we're gonna give him credit. And at this point now, anything that comes from Atlanta, people give me credit for. Some stuff I don't even be taking. See on blogs, they got my name on it. But at this point, it's just like because I have that edge and that advantage to me over other photographers who might not have those relationships with the media outlets and bloggers specifically, it allows me to not even have to tag my work and still get credit. Like, that's the worst thing. I never wanted to put my logo on my photo because I feel like it takes away from the art in a sense. And mainly because I never found a tag that I thought looked cool. So I put it out there, but because my distribution chains are as detailed as the artists I work with, you might get an email from Future about the work we did, but you also gonna get an email from Cam directly with my side of the story, and you're gonna hear it from both ends. So it's allowed me to not have to put it in the public's face that I did it, but still get my credit on the back end.
I got you. So basically, like when you start now, I know like you went to Morehouse. Like, when did you start really feel like knowing like this is serious? Like, I'm a brand, I'm a business. What draw you to photography? Most people out of Atlanta, when you see them, are either rapping or producing, but you pretty much created your own lane. I mean, you're dominating that shit.
I think honestly, I fell into photography. Like, it's no way if you'd asked me 4 years ago, what you gonna be doing, that I would have told you how to be a photographer and I would be a successful one at that point. Like, my dad's a photographer, so honestly it's been around me my whole life, and I guess it's been in my face so much that I never looked at it. And I used to have to actually earn my allowance taking photos for my dad. Like, he shoots weddings and stuff. If I wanted to get $50 to buy some shoes, I would have to go put on a suit and shoot a wedding ring. But I never liked it because I have a specific niche of photography I like. So it didn't seem even remotely real to me until I was forced to do this as a way just to even survive in Atlanta, because I didn't. After I graduated from Morehouse, I didn't want to get a 9 to 5. I didn't want to go that route. I wanted, and Atlanta gives you that opportunity, because I'm from Maryland originally.
Yeah.
So the cost of living down here gives you the opportunity to kind of figure some things out. You know, if you need to, like, you can get you an apartment for $500-$600 if you got to. You know what I mean? Like, you can really just muster up that money to figure it out. So the end of 2011, going into 2012, I actually got fired from my only job I had. I was working at Adidas, and I got fired a week before Christmas, which was crazy. It pissed me off. But I couldn't even go home and visit family because I was supposed to work on Christmas. I didn't plan to go home. It's crazy. So only thing I had was honestly my camera. Yeah. And at that time, I would just shooting videos for $70 just to muster it up and pay rent. Like, I mean, I'll shoot your video $50, $75, like whatever I had to do. But those stages prepared me for this. So it didn't really seem real until I shot for Schoolboy Q when he came to Atlanta. And again, it was another similar situation. My boy just happened to be the promoter of the show, and I said, yo, put it in your contract that Schoolboy gotta let me follow him for a day. Yeah. Like, put that in the contract. We need to shoot a documentary while he's here. And he did it. Schoolboy was with it. He didn't know me, but I was able to follow Schoolboy for a day, exclusive content. And that video really put me on the map and started something. Yeah. That was like the first video content that I released that was picked up on Complex Magazine, The Source, everything. Big ones, yeah. And it was my first time really releasing celebrity content, like for me directly working with a celebrity. And it kind of just catapulted the whole career from there. So like when you come out, you said Schoolboy was the first one. So like once you saw that and you saw the reaction, like, hey, people want this is taking off. What was in your mind? Like, what was your next phase? Like, what did you feel yourself like you had to do next? Once I got, honestly, that little bit of attention, it became like a thirst for it. Like, I was like, man, I gotta figure out what to do next. Like, how can I get my camera on another celebrity and send it to my same blogs? Because once I realized something works, it's like, all right, bet. Like, man, if I send these bloggers, same bloggers I was reaching out with my artists that wasn't doing nothing, wasn't responding, act like they didn't get my emails. Now I see if I send them something that really means it, man, they gonna post. So now I'm like, man, when's the next celebrity coming into town? I need to figure out who that promoter is. I need to get there. I need to be there. So that's kind of what I just started doing. Was right after that, I just started showing up at every event. If I knew there was an artist gonna be there and I knew I had any type of pull to kind of get in and be front row backstage, I just was thirsting for that content. And I just started going to like Dom Kennedy's show, Future. I went to like 3 Future events back to back. And that established my connection with him because he was looking for a photographer, and every time he would go to the blogs and stuff, it was like the content of him, whatever he did in Atlanta last week, was coming from me. So then he eventually brought me into the studio, and I was supposed to go on tour with him. It was between me and his camera guy now, and I ended up deciding to work with Scooter, which was still free bands, and then he took Pat. But we've all been kind of like family, like intertwined, just working together, and that stabilized my career. That gave me consistent content, working with the artists on a consistent level, and allowed me to like visit the whole industry working with one artist. So that really helped a lot, just being stable with one artist. I met everybody from Wyclef to Fat Joe, Cameron. I met everybody just being around Scooter doing his reign. And that's how I got connected with Gucci Mane, and all that stuff just kind of just played